Good morning to all. I am S. Vimala, Assistant Professor, Vellalar College of Education. Today we are going to discuss a topic in learning and teaching. The topic is comparison between teacher-centered and learner-centered teaching. Yes, the topic is comparison between teacher-centered and learner-centered teaching. Okay. First, we will move on to the definition. Definition on what is teacher-centered and what is learner-centered. Okay. First, teacher-centered means the teacher plays the main role in the teaching and learning process. The teacher is regarded as the person who possesses all the knowledge. Like that, learner-centered, it is an approach to teaching that focuses on the learners and their development rather than on the transmission of content, and puts the responsibility for learning on the learners. Next, what are all the center of attraction? Yes, in teacher centered, the teacher is the center of attraction in the class. In the same time, learner centered activities, both the teacher and students get equal importance. Here in the center of attraction, the difference is the teacher is the center of attraction, but in the learner centered, both the teacher and students get equal importance. Like that, what is the difference between classroom environment? In teacher centered, silence prevails in the classroom, but in the learner centered, often noisy and busy. Next, difference in attention is drawn by teacher centered and learner centered are: in teacher centered, teachers language fluency, and the learner centered, students language skill. Same like in the evaluation, in teacher centered, teacher evaluates students learning. In learner centered, students themselves evaluate their own learning. Then what is the role of the teacher and student in the teacher centered and learner centered? Is that teacher centered, in teacher centered, teachers talks more, but in the learner centered, teacher serves as a model. In teacher centered, student sits passively and listens attentively, but in the learner centered, student interact with other students and also with the teacher to clarify their doubts. Next, what are all the works? Mainly to the student work. In teacher center, students work individually. The teacher will guide them. But in the learner center, students work either in pairs or in groups or individually, with their convenient. Depends upon the nature and the aims of the work and nature of the work, like that. Then monitoring. In the teacher center, teacher monitors each student and corrects what they say. But in the learner centered, no constant monitoring by the teacher. If necessary, the teacher provides correction and feedback. Then questioning and answering. In teacher centered, teacher answers the students' questions. But in the learner centered, teacher acts as a source of information. Students answers each other questions. Next, what are all the content, subject content in the teacher centered? In teacher centered, teacher selects the topics and the subject content. In learner center, students have opportunities to express their views about the topics to be learned. Then, what are all the types of motivation to the students while in the teacher centered and in the learner centered? In teacher centered, extrinsic motivation, same time learner centered, intrinsic motivation. Then, what type of communication in the teacher centered and learner centered means? In teacher centered, only one way communication, but in the learner centered, two-way communication. Then what's the difference, individual differences? In teacher centered, not taken care of the individual difference. The teacher concentrate on the whole class. But in the learner centered or taken into account for some times. Then importance is given to in teacher centered education only for the academic skills. In learner center, academic skills and some other important social skills too. Then development of students' skills. In teacher center does not develop students' original thinking, reasoning capacity and initiative. They depend all the time on the teachers. But in the learner center, students' original thinking, reasoning capacity and initiative are nurtured and developed. The next thing is teaching learning process in teacher centered and learner centered. In teacher centered, a possibility of gap between what the teacher taught and what the student understood. In learner centered, students interpret the received information with the help of the prior knowledge. Quantum of subject content. In teacher center, teacher teaches more subject content with the limited resources available and in a short period. In learner center, quantum of learned is less, but the knowledge gained is highly functional and of practical utility. Thank you, students. We will see in the next video.